So moving on to our next segment, three movies that's a must watch. You want to go
Alright,
first?
so I got my little themes going on, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
get this going.
yeah, yeah. I know how you do. I know how you do.
So these three theme movies is basically about the corrupt law system and
Okay.
how corrupt individuals in the law system use it to benefit themselves and shit. Right.
Okay.
First movie I'm gonna go with, classic joint, The Firm,
Fire.
1993.
Fire.
It came out in 1993.
Hmm.
Tom Cruise, Gene Hackman, Holly Hunter, and Janine Triplehorn. So basically, it's about a dude, Tom Cruise character, fresh out the bar exam. You know what I mean, ears a little wet behind the ears. Don't know the game like that. So Gene Hackman character take him under his wing, put him in a this prestigious law firm and shit. Niggas start working crazy. But then as he's working, he starts to see that the law firm he's working for, their clients are wealthy clients, and they're basically, the law firm is basically hiding money in offshore corporations and shit. And a couple of the clients, what I'm saying, work for certain organizations that have shady past and shit. What I'm saying, and then we start realizing what's going on. Niggas start dying
Hmm.
mysteriously and shit. So what I'm saying, dope movie, The Firm. Gotta go see that joint, right?
Hmm.
Second movie, no particular order in the movie, but second movie, fire movie. Gotta see that shit if you didn't see it already. Law Abiding Citizen.
Fire.
Came
Fire.
out came out in 2009 with Gerard Butler, Jamie Foxx, Leslie Bibb, and Viola Davis.
Hmm.
Basically, Gerard character was law abiding citizen, family
Family
got
man.
killed or whatever. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And then it driven the man to go seek his own justice uh, with those who supported the corrupt criminal justice system and shit. So it's a definitely fire movie. Really bends really blurs the lines as far as like who decides what's right and who decides what's wrong and shit. And then it's only really who decides what's right or wrong if it benefits them. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
law abiding citizen, definitely gotta see that joint. And my last one came out in 2013. Very, very slept on movie, but it's called The Counselor. Now, Counselor was with Michael Fassbender, Javier Bardem, Cameron Diaz, Brad Pitt, and Penelope Cruz. So
Hmm.
basically, about this corrupt lawyer who represents a lot of drug traffickers and shit. So nigga decides to be like, oh, I think this shit is easy. So nigga decides to dip his toe in the drug game, and it goes all bad for the nigga. All bad.
Hmm. Hmm.
Fire movie though. Fire movie. Definitely gotta check that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Very slept on movie. Michael Fassbender was definitely was lit in this movie. And I forgot whatchamacall, what's this guy name? Shit. Uh he was also hanging with the homeboys, the young cat that was working in the supermarket and shit. What's his name?
Oh, John Leguizamo.
Don Leguizamo's also in there and shit. So crazy movie. Gotta see that shit. You know what I'm saying? So those are my three: The Firm, Law Abiding Citizen, and The Counselor. You know what I'm saying?
Bet. And I've seen probably two out of three of those movies, and I've heard of The Counselor, but I've never sat down and watched it. So I'm gonna get that a good watch myself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a fire list, bro. Um, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I got my list that I'm gonna go with. I so again, my list don't be having no themes. You know what I'm
That
saying? You know what I'm saying? I'll be all over the place with my list, but it's still movies that you must watch. All right, so my number one, I'm gonna get right into it. My number one movie that's a must watch is the movie Clue. It's based on a board game, and it's basically like a breakdown, but it is hilarious. It's a hilarious movie. It came out in 1985, so like when this movie came out, we was born. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you go back and watch it, it's hilarious. So they really depict what the board game is about, Clue, and who got killed, who did what with what, and stuff like that. But it's a very dope movie. You got the legendary Tim Curry in there. You have the legendary Christopher Lloyd. I don't know if you remember Martin Muell, Melanie Kahn. Uh, these are very seasoned actors, and they pull this off easily. So it's a dope watch. So make sure y'all get a chance to watch the movie Clue. Uh, Second movie that I have here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some fun with it. If you never seen this movie, you missing out. Class Act.
Oh, yeah, class act.
Class Act. Um,
Very, very. Yeah, that,
Fire movie. It's outstanding. It's with Kid and Play. Also, Karen Parsons in there. She played Hillary on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. She plays, cousin Hillary. Um, Alicia Rogers, and I can't remember this girl name, but they don't have her name on the list. Dougie Doug, shout out to Dougie Doug, Paulie Shore, Tommy Strong, the Tommy Ford, that he plays Tommy Strong or Martin.
mhm.
He's in it, and I can never remember this girl name, but she was so super duper chocolately in this movie.
Oh, you talking about Shorty?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Demeter.
yeah,
Demeter.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
a character named Demeter in Class Act. She also plays the baby mother in Boys in the Hood.
Mhm.
She plays Ricky's baby mother, and in Class Act, oh my God, I just want to pour some milk on her, just
Yeah.
drink it like straight off the
Chocolatey
yeah,
kid. That's
real
bad.
chocolate. You know what I'm saying? I forget her
Mhm.
name, but she was popping. Her name might be Alyssa Rogers. I could be wrong, but Alicia Rogers. But she is. Gotta see that movie. Class Act, Clue. You gotta see the movies. And my last movie, I'm going to go with The People Under the Stairs.
Ooh, damn. Yeah, yeah.
If you haven't seen People Under the Stairs, look at my brother face. He knows exactly what I'm
That
talking
movie
about.
was lit, son.
Tell
Yo,
him.
y'all gotta see that shit. People on the stairs, yo, creepy ass movie, but lit. You know what I'm saying? With some hood niggas in there, and that shit was just wild, son. It was a wild concept for a movie, and like the way this they showcased that movie and shit, like the underlying themes in the movie, was just crazy, son. It was just I didn't even
And
know they could make a movie like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's wild slept on, son. Wild,
yes, yes,
very as a horror is very underrated because they'll never mention that horror. And it was made by the director was like a horror
Wes
movie fan.
Craven.
Yeah, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? They
Freddy
don't
Krueger.
talk about that movie. They always talk about
Freddy Krueger.
dumbass Freddy Krueger killing you in your dreams. Okay, whatever. But this is real life shit that niggas was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And they definitely like the like the movie. They swept it under the rug and the stairs. You heard?
And that was probably one of I don't honestly, as good as Nightmare on Elm Street is, I don't think any of the Nightmares on Elm Street is better than People Under the Stairs.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So I'm just keeping it a buck. Like People Under the Stairs is literally the first horror movie that I seen starred by cultured people. Because for y'all that don't know, I don't like using the word black because we're not three-fourths as a people. We're not three-fourths as a human being. So I say the word cultured or melanated or ebony as a substitute. As the first movie that featured us and told and basically stuff that we would do in that situation.
Not and then not for nothing. Only this nigga Wes Craven can turn horror. I mean, sorry, can turn poverty as a theme for horror, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all
Popping,
gotta see that shit. Like
popping.
if you ever seen poverty as a horror movie, People on the Stairs is a definite depiction of poverty. You know what I'm saying? As horror. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
fire movies. And that shit
And
came out in the 90s or some shit.
it came out in 1991, It started.
God damn.
It started, and that's come on, that's a minute ago, right? So it started in Brandon Adams. Brandon Adams, you seen him in the Mighty Duck movies. You seen him play. I think he played Ohaji and Moesha. Um,
Wasn't he like sister a little bit, like little cameos or some shit, like
he
maybe
he
boy, um,
he might have had some cameos because as a child actor he was like out there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
facts.
top tier dudes. You had Ving Rhames, a young Ving Rhames in here. You had Everett McGill, AJ Langer. You also had the girl from House Party with Play, and she was like, I don't appreciate the way you treated me. You remember that scene with Martin when he was going off about not having enough room in the whip?
Oh yeah,
The little sexy little shorty.
yeah.
She plays the big sister in this movie. She plays the big sister in this movie. So it's a very slept on movie. And if you want a good horror movie to watch and have the melanated experience on what we would do, because they say, well, if we in a horror movie, it would be no movie. In this particular movie, and with the different themes and underlying messages in this movie, and this is where Jordan Peele, this is where he gets his foundation from in horror movies. He said it on numerous occasions that People Under the Stairs is his foundation when it comes to horror movies and seeing us in the movies and what we would do in these movies. So
Because you can't put black people in. I'm sorry, melanated people in movies with like supernatural. You know what I'm saying? Because we
right.
got shit we deal with on a regular basis to have you come home a hard day's work and the ghost is in the crib fucking with your crib. Nah, my nigga, we don't got time for that, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Of
fact.
course, when I was at work, but you won't fuck with me. Nah, that niggas is bugging.
That's a fact. Like, and then on top of that, like, cause we've seen us in movies and in these horrors, but they always make it jokey. Like, Haunted House with Marlon Wayans, that was funny, and it was meant to be funny, but it was still jokey. You think of
When Busta Rhymes was in Halloween, was it?
Halloween, right?
Like,
It was jokey. You know what I'm
yo,
saying? You think of Leprechaun in the Hood, 1 inch, it's jokey. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo,
oh, so definitely if you haven't seen People Under the Stairs, Clue, and Class Act,
I
watch
gotta
those.
check out Clue though. I gotta definitely check out Clue.
Yeah, Clue is popping. It's a guaranteed laughter, and it's just an all around good movie.